Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at who might be coming in for you here between now and the end of 2021. Now, as you know I like to do, I will try to see who might be coming in both in love and romance as well as career and finance. So let's go ahead and get into this. Do remember that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, I do not do personal readings, Pisces, so if you get a DM from somebody, that is someone who is impersonating me. That's not actually me. Do keep that in mind. And I do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. If this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, I like to do a Celtic cross spread here for these sort of bonus readings. So if you're curious, that's what this spread is called. Looks like a nice outcome for you here, Pisces, but let's go ahead and take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. Make sure everything is in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. It's good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is potentially financial independence coming in for you here. This could mean that you are interested in being solo or being single, or it could mean that you're coming out of a period of being single. Really depends. I'll have to see what else here comes in for you on this reading. But this is somebody who has the energy of independence about them, whether it's, somebody who plants seeds here that now grow fruit for them to sustain themselves on, indicating some level of financial abundance or financial independence, maybe even through stocks, real estate, anything like crypto, anything like that. But it could also indicate somebody who's single and consciously single. It's not that they can't be in a relationship, this 9 of Pentacles. Everybody wants somebody like this, but rather it's just that they're consciously single. And so some of you may be doing that. Now, if you're in a relationship, what that 9 of Pentacles says is the finances are separate. Like, you have your thing going, they have their thing going, and that's the way that you prefer to do it. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So let's see what else we have going on here for you. So right away in the middle, you have the 7 of Swords. Now, I have noticed that this card here, I have to say, this card's been coming in for the collective in these readings. And, as a reader, I found that this card in my personal life, as well as for other people that I've read for, that this card there's some truth to this, okay? I've seen it play out. And this is somebody who's potentially lying, cheating, stealing, deceiving you. I heavily associate this card with gossip in the workplace. Somebody who you think is your friend but is actually talking behind your back. That type of energy I've seen play out with this card. And so whenever I get that, especially with a who's coming in, I'd be cautious, okay? And I'm not here to strike fear, fearmonger, or anything like that. But with that 7 of Swords, you want to be very careful about what you share with who, and at this time, okay? And so what you really want to do, you have this Queen of Cups, which I'll get into more, but that's a trusted friend or ally. It's in your subconscious, or it's in the unexpected. So for you, it's like, we'll see what comes up for that, but you want to really stick to your crew. Like, make sure that you can trust the people that you trust here at this time. Now, in your problem position, you have the Fool. Okay. Now, in this situation, so for me, the Fool is one of the most powerful cards to get in the tarot. It's one of my favorite cards. It's somebody who's taking a powerful leap of faith in a new direction. They have their back towards what was or what could have been, and instead they're moving into the unknown, and they're allowing the universe to guide them on this new journey. It starts off all of the hero's journey in the tarot. And so when you get it in a problem position, though, especially with a 7 of Swords below it, you have to be careful of being foolish, okay? I'm going to really sort of reiterate that, like, It's important to also, I think at this time, come back to earth around your intuitions about people. I would really trust what you're getting about people. You have the second most intuitive card here below with this Queen of Cups. Trust what you know, okay, at this time as well. And that's what I feel like saying. Now, in the past, you have this Eight of Wands. This is a quick moving event that brings about good news. This is the feeling of accelerated motion. It's the feeling of getting unstuck. It's good communication. It's socialization. It's potentially even going on a cross-country road trip or travel by air, travel by flight. Anything like that. Now, you probably have had a whirlwind type of events, number of events here in the past. I do see that they have been good. It could have meant that you have moved into a new position at work, or you've gotten a new job, or something around your enterprise or your business has changed for the best. And you're now here being presented with something with the Seven of Swords Fool combination, where you want to be careful that you don't reveal too much, is what I feel like saying. Play your cards right, if you will. Now, in the future, you have the Ten of Cups. Looks amazing, okay? So I do see that this is going to work out. You have a very, very positive outcome here in the staff, and with this Ten of Cups in the future position. This is total happiness, okay? This is all 10 cups overflowing. Good times, good vibes, good emotions, things going well with others. This is happy family energy as well. You can see that this family here on the bench owns the home behind them, indicating shared resources or even buying a home with someone. Now, remember, I said that you have this Nine of Pentacles on the bottom, so perhaps the shared finances or resources thing makes you uncomfortable, or it's not something you're ready for yet. But that could certainly be implied here with that Ten of Cups if you are in a relationship. If you're single, there could be somebody who's interested in a long-term, like a serious relationship with you, somebody who wants to build a family or build something together. There could be marriage in the future for some of you with the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant. I don't know that this is happening like between now and the end of 2021 in the next few months, but this reading can spill into 2022. So you could be meeting somebody with those qualities. You also hear on your conscious mind, what you're aware of, you have this Four of Swords. So this is healing, okay? You can see the Three of Swords card on the banner. The Three of Swords is divorce, separation, breakup. And for you, it's like you're healing from a challenging situation of the past. Maybe that's why you've been single here with this Nine of Pentacles. And it could mean that there's like a big happy sort of change or moment coming in for you, where it's like maybe you've wanted to not be single anymore. It could be the end of you being single, and you know that you've done the healing, you know that you've taken the rest and you've done the hard work, and that could be what's going on. Now, in this subconscious, in this lower row, what you can't see or what you don't see coming, again, this Queen of Cups, this is the traditional therapist in the tarot. It could mean that you have those qualities about yourself. This could also be a Pisces person, just for what it's worth. Doesn't matter what gender you are. This is just feminine and masculine energies that we deal with here in tarot. But, this Queen of Cups could mean that you, again, want to keep your circle tight, keep the people that you can trust close to you. This is somebody who you can call on and really get advice from. On the other hand, when it's with the Seven of Swords, be careful that you haven't put your trust in someone too quickly with the Fool above it, okay? And that's what I just feel very strongly about here. And the other thing, this Queen of Cups is the second most intuitive person in the tarot, behind the High Priestess. And so for you, it's like really, really trust as a Pisces person that you can deep dive into the water and get the internal intuitive messages that you know you're capable of getting. So that's what I feel like saying here. Now, where you're headed, the staff, in your current influence, you have the Ten of Wands. This is somebody who is potentially carrying a burden on their shoulders. This is the feeling of being overwhelmed. However, what I like to say with this Ten of Wands is you are at the completion of the suit of wands. You've gone through the entire journey of the wands. And what this says is that each one of these wands indicates knowledge gained or experience earned along the way. And so it says that this is not your first rodeo. You are experienced, you are knowledgeable, and you know what's best for you here. Okay, yeah, there may be an uphill battle, but at the same time, you're ready for it and you know how to handle it in the current situation or in the current influence, and that's how you are influencing. So I do see you handling it. In the external influence, you have the Hierophant. So this is potentially a Taurus person that could be coming in, could be any earth sign. But really just don't get hung up on that, because remember, the natal chart's big, so it could be that they have Taurus somewhere in their chart. But the Hierophant really is Pope energy, and with that, like a marriage potentially being implied here, especially with the Ten of Cups as well. So some of you may be meeting somebody who wants that. I'm not saying you're going to meet somebody and get married in the next 2 months, but what I'm saying is somebody who wants to build something like that type of relationship, like a longer type of relationship. You could also be looking at your organization, and there could be good things happening in your workplace with the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant. Again, just be careful with the Seven of Swords and the Fool of being foolish. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have this Eight of Pentacles. I do wonder if you feel like you're going to be single forever, because the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles is single energy, to me at least. The thing is, the Eight of Pentacles is so skilled. This is the true talent card in the tarot. You can see that they're staying up late at night, wrapping up their latest creation. There are other ones here hanging up on the ceiling above them. And for this person, it's like they fall in love with their work. They fall in love with their projects, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they also don't really give themselves the time and space oftentimes to be in a relationship. And so I do feel like, first of all, things are going to be going very well for you in your career. But at the same time, I do feel like you may want to get out of the den, if you will, and put yourself out there. Okay, get out of the basement, or come out of the house, whatever it is, whatever analogy, and you may want to do that. Now, in the outcome here, very good. You have the Ace of Swords. This is somebody who is triumphant and victorious, and this brings about a new beginning in your life that comes around with a victory. Okay, this is a breakthrough. This is mental clarity. This is the clouds clearing in the background, making way for fresh starts and new beginnings and new people to enter and arrive into your life. Some of you, it's going to be an earth sign. Some of you, it's going to be an air sign. Doesn't matter what their sun sign is. It could be those qualities about them in the chart. But overall, the outcome here looks very good with the Ten of Cups in the future and the Ace of Swords in the outcome, indicating a major victory for you and something that's ultimately going to lead to happiness and fulfillment at the end of the day. Your finances look good. There's something here about this Seven of Swords. Let's go ahead and clarify now to see what we get here. Okay, Five of Wands. You're going to have a conflict with somebody, and I would say just be careful that words are not spilled or had here that you later regret, I feel like saying, for some of you, with this energy. That's actually what I feel like might be going on here with this Five of Wands and this Seven of Swords, where it's like in an argument you reveal too much, something like that. You do have this Two of Cups, but on the other hand, it's like, for a lot of you, this is my favorite romance card. This is two people coming together in this lifetime after having known each other in a previous lifetime. If you don't believe in past lives, it's just like a perfect person, somebody who you feel like you've been talking to forever, even though you just met them. That's what this Two of Cups energy is for me. So for some of you, this is arriving here, okay? And it's like there's conflict in one area, and there's also someone or something very good for you coming in at the same time. And you have this Four of Pentacles, finances stabilizing. Definitely feel like the financial situation is under control here. But what I do see here with this Four of Pentacles is that perhaps you are a little bit timid and shy. Maybe you're a little bit love shy. Something like that going on with this Eight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, where it's like, look, Snow White is not going to come into the house sitting on the couch or whatever friggin' archetype you want to use, okay? They're not going to come in and knock on your door. So, like, some of you may just need to put yourself out there a little bit, okay? So that's what I feel like saying. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, Prince Charming, whatever you're interested in. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. A year from now, interesting. Other readings I've been getting that. Success, I like that. And let's see what else we have here. Okay, wow. Within the next few months. So yeah, I mean, we have dueling sort of timelines here, as is the case with every tarot reading, because you know, I always pick up on multiple timelines here, and it's like we are talking about within the next few months. Let's get a clarity on this year. Okay, no need to worry. That's important. Okay, so I see something very good happening, okay? Ace of Swords is success. You have the success card. You have Eight of Wands. You have the Hierophant. You have the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Two of Cups. Some of you meeting somebody, okay? And others of you, the financial, and the Ten of Cups. The financial situation is resolving or looking good. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, despair, expectation, main male, marriage. Yeah, what was I saying this whole time? Mature woman. You know, you could be getting into a long-term relationship with somebody who's younger than you, or there might be just like an age difference, whether you're the young person or they're the young person here. Ultimately, I do think someone's going to either offer their hand out in marriage to you, or that's what they're interested in. And I feel like at this point you're like, maybe I do want to get married or something like that. And maybe some of you are like, well, I wasn't expecting this. And yes, so the other thing is this expectation, despair, and this energy that I'm picking up with the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles is like, don't expect negativity, okay? Because there's a gift coming in here for you, and that could just be the gift of a new healthy relationship or a new healthy person coming in. So I love this reading for you. Very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. If you like this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com, to sign up for my email list, and I will see you in the next one.